Hi everybody, welcome to Little Explorers. It's so good to see you again. I've missed you so much and we're going to do craft a little bit different than what we used to. So normally I would show you how to do it up at the Macarthur Centre for Sustainable Living. But obviously we can't be there for a while because we needed to shut down some of the activities we do. So we are now going to do some of the craft from my house. So we're going to have a bit of fun. Today we are going to make an awesome little guy, our little seed head monster, or girl, boy, character, whatever you want to call it. So basically it's made out of some stockings or pantyhose, but if you don't have any of those you can use an old sock that's a bit thin, or there might be some other material that you have at home that you could make into a bit of a ball effect, so you could turn in something else. Most of the crafts we're going to do over the coming weeks are make-do crafts, because it's going to be a lot more about what you have at home to create your craft or your garden, rather than having exactly what I have. Okay, I don't want you going out and buying lots and lots of things that I am using. I want you to think outside the square, reduce how much you're going out to the shops, and choose things that you have that might be alternatives to make it work as best you can. Okay, make do craft. Alright, so I have a wonderful little helper that's going to help me today, and her name is Hannah. Come on in, Hannah.
Hi.
This is Hannah, and she's my daughter, and she's going to give us a hand with some of the crafts as we go along. So today we're going to make our seed head, and we obviously need some pantyhose. What I generally do is I get a whole leg, I cut it off, and then I can actually cut it into multiple short pieces, so that I can actually get 3 pieces out of one leg. So what I do for that is tie a little knot in the top to create an end, so that the seed and the dirt won't fall through. So that's an option if you've got a couple of kids that you want to do this with, or you don't have enough stocking. Please don't use a whole one for this activity. What we're going to use this time is a little half hose, so it's just the foot or the knee of some of those as well. Okay, so to start with, kind of going to loosen the stocking up a little bit, make it a little bit ready to use, and I'm going to put in here about a good dessert spoon of grass seed. Whoop, going everywhere. Oh, doesn't want to come out now. Okay. And we just carefully put that in the middle. I think I might get a little bit more, making it extra hairy. Okay, we're putting that into the bottom of the stocking. This is the first part. Okay, now I'm going to hold open this stocking and Hannah's going to pour the dirt in. So you can get the kids to do this. The kids can actually do this part really easily. So we put in, it doesn't matter, they're outside. We're going to then, between each scoop, we're going to just sort of pat it down. We want to make sure that the seed is really at the bottom and hasn't crept up the sides of our stocking. So hang on, Hannah. We'll just go pat, pat, pat. Alright, in we go again. Put another scoop in and go pat, 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 just to get that soil right down the bottom and starting to form a ball shape. Okay, this is probably it. It's about 3 really good spoons of potting mix. Now if you don't have potting mix, you can use just normal dirt out of your garden. Just try not to have the twigs and many sticks and bark chip, because it can rip ladders in your stocking and you end up with massive holes. It's not the end of the world, but it just means that it can rip and make things and dirt fall out a little bit. Okay, so basically we now have our ball of dirt, seed in the bottom, and this long string. So we're going to twirl it really tightly as close to the base of the dirt as possible, and using your table I'm just going to tie a knot just like that. Just a granny knot is fine, I'm not technical with that, and pull it tight so that you have a ball of dirt hanging like that. Okay. Alright, so basically you'll have all the seed at the top, and if you find your seed is too squishy in one spot, you can sort of massage the seed out to the edges a little bit to give him a bit of better coverage or better character. Okay, and that's how we get the seed where we want it to. Alright, so the next steps of this is we're going to put some features on the face of our seed head, our grass head. We're going to do that in a couple of ways. We are going to use some very little elastics. You can get these from sometimes Priceline hairdressers. You might have some already. If you don't have any, I've actually got these from a bargain shop. But you can also just use string if you want to. Just cut up pieces of string instead. But these are really quick and easy to help form some of the shapes. So the first thing I like to do is pick which side I want to have my face. So I've decided that maybe this has got a longer side. So I've got more space to work with to glue the glue eyes on and some nose. So to start with, we want to make the nose. So I'm going to make this side of the face showing you. Thanks, Hannah. I'm going to just squeeze a little ball shape out of the dirt to sort of make a nose, okay? So then I put the little elastic around. I'm just doing it 3 times, but if you want to do it more or less, depending what you have, so that we have our little nose, okay? Looking really cute. Normally, I have sometimes put on a smiley face as well. With that, I've usually glued on some like a red smile or something like that, but today I don't have that, so we're not going to put a mouth on. But I have seen something else online where you can make little cool ears, just like I have on this little guy. Okay, so to do that, we're just going to turn him sideways, pinch a little bit. This time we're not making a circle, we're trying to make a little oval on the side of the head. So we're going to make an oval shape to kind of give us the idea of a fat, long ear. Don't know if that's working too well. And then we go on the other side and do exactly the same thing. Where are we? There he is. I try to make the ears look like matching on each side, but it is what it is. It happens if it doesn't. Hey, it's a monster. It can be whatever you want it to be. Okay, so I've nearly got my ear happening. Squashing the ear a bit flatter so he does look like an ear. How does that look, Hannah?
Zoom it again. Good.
Looking good? Okay, cool. So the last thing I do is generally I use a hot glue gun to put some eyes on. Now the hot glue gun is up at the Macarthur Centre for Sustainable Living, up at work, so I don't have it with me today. So what I'm going to use is a paintbrush and some PVA glue, craft glue, whatever you have. And you can either paint it on or just do a couple of blobs, because this will dry clear as well. Okay. And I've got a couple of eyes here. I might even do some weird coloured ones, I don't know. Oh, I've got 2 yellow ones here. This is all I could get up the road, and that's the point. It's just make do. If you don't have any eyes, you could use some little pom-poms. I had a mental blank there. So you could use some pom-poms to turn into eyes. You could just draw them on with a texter, okay? And there is our little monster. How does he look? Okay. Alright, so from now, what do we do to look after him? Just go white, Hannah. Okay, so what we want to do is, actually for the first time, before you do much more, is soak your head and the seeds upside down in the water, in a bowl for about 2 minutes, because we want the water to soak right through the compost that's there. Okay, it's going to soak and soak and soak. We'll just pretend that's 2 minutes. Then what we're going to do is pop our little guy onto a plate or onto a bowl, and what will happen is each day we're going to spray it with water to keep the moisture into our seeds so that they can start to sprout. We'll give him a bit of a flatten him out a little bit so he's really quite handy. And it's really good to have a little reservoir of water in that basin, that bowl or what have you, because as the seeds start to germinate, which means that they're going to sprout, the roots will go down through the head and they'll actually start to soak up any water at the bottom of the seed head. Okay, so those roots will be tapping into that little reservoir of water. Alright, so there you have it. That's how we make our little seed heads. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.